Your character has everything, and they cater to you. They change the rules for you.
I promise you, Z-Jump's not getting banned. Unless Box also gets banned, you can't ban a remap while Box is still around.
Oh, it's not good enough. Let's get a fucking Z-Jump. Oh, it's not good enough. Let's get him box controllers. Oh, it's not good enough. Let's get him fucking everything he needs.
That shit is broken. I am a box player myself. I am cheating actively.
So they're actually just cheating.
And he's a cool character, of course.
Melee's had a lot of debate over what type of controller is the best for competitive play. But being honest, this debate has been going on for way too many years. Even before the box or digital style controller was commonplace for a lot of tournaments, people have been debating for years over what grip is the best on their GameCube controller. I remember when I started playing, people were still debating whether or not X or Y was better to press jump with. Dude, people used to debate if claw was better, if the Javi grip was better, or even shit like this was okay to play on. Obviously nowadays, that's less of a debate over what way to hold your controller is the best, and now it's more so what controller is the best. Things like Z-Jump and box controllers and the C-pad and notches and all sort of different mods have been debated and talked about how should we nerf or keep them more in line with each other. In my opinion though, we're at kind of a crossroads right now. I think we all know it's never gonna be one-to-one, but I also think that's okay. I think what we do need to decide is, are we okay with new types of controllers and remapping being allowed, which change characters a lot, or do we want to keep the game based around the limitations of the GameCube controller, which is also what the game was designed with in mind and how we've been playing on it for the most part for over 20 years and what most of our meta is developed around. I don't even think it's a stretch to say a lot of the developments in some characters' metas have been based around controller improvements more so than pushing the characters to their absolute limit. Peach players! Yoshi players! Fox players? Okay, being for real though, I actually do think the biggest thing we don't have as a community is we need to set a precedent. We're trying right now, and I think that's good, but most of the box nerfs that are coming out only address this side of the controller, and I want to talk about this one. For a community that cares a lot about frame perfect inputs or the slightest of details that can really make a difference in a game, it's a little funny to me that we are still debating whether or not the access of buttons on a controller really changes that much. Are doing inputs with 2 fingers really that different? Or is it the same as just swiping with 1 thumb? Who cares if I can use 5 fingers at once? And this jackass is only using 1. Okay, obviously the 1 finger standard grip is a lot worse. But the point I'm trying to make is that in every other game, this is a normal thing. Even every Smash game and Brawl onwards allows for remapping and customization in how you want to play. But mainly we have been limited for a long time in what type of controller options do we want. Do I think that's really a bad thing? Not 1000%. But I do see the appeal in changing inputs and making things easier that unnecessarily don't have to be. To be clear, I think the debate changes a lot if the game was designed with it in mind. Games like Rivals 2 have mechanics built into the game to create parity between keyboard and controller players. But Melee's never really had a keyboard that's been supported. We kind of just made our own, and we're seeing how that's changing things a lot. Spectators might not see it so much, but any good player knows nowadays mechanics like crouch cancel, slide off, instant aerials, and all these different techniques that are easier to do on box are way more prevalent than they've ever been. And getting more access to these controllers via remapping on a GameCube controller does change the game a lot. What's stopping us from making our own new type of controller that's as optimal for Melee as possible? The box isn't perfect, but we can already make new types of GameCube controllers. We're already doing it. Where's my GameCube controller that has back paddles like every other modern controller nowadays? Matter of fact, yeah, I'll take that half box, half GameCube controller hybrid thing and make it not scare everyone at a tournament. Yeah, screw it, man. Let's get the GameCube Micro up in here. Or those weird fight pad controllers. Or whatever the fuck this is. The point I'm trying to make is that if we're changing the game to allow for any style of remap, as long as it fits within the confines of a GameCube controller, it's not going to be a GameCube controller. We already know the stick on a digital controller is never going to be the same. So why are we treating remapping like it's the same? I think a lot of people are already aware you kind of can't ban remapping without banning the box, but that kind of begs the question. Do we have to ban the box? Not even talking about the analog to digital stick conversions. Just talking about how quickly you can press buttons on this controller versus how quickly I can press them on this. It's not the same. Let's take a look at the box layout, and I'll give you an idea of what I mean. If I use the regular box layout, and I make this special, jump, grab, and up, if I have a stick on one side, I don't need this up button. Why don't I just remap this shield button up here to be here, and then I never have to move my hand, and I can hit things way faster, and I have access to everything way more reliably. I do think Z-Jump's a good idea in order to kind of make it a little bit closer, but it's definitely not the same. Even on Permaclaw and Z-Jump, I'm still going to be deciding between B and the C-Stick. It'll just never be the same. And that's okay. I think the Melee community really does need to learn to accept that. But is that the game that we want to play? Is the box or any new type of controller the new standard and we're saying goodbye to the GameCube controller? I don't think it has to be that dramatic, but I do think it's worth admitting that the GameCube controller without remapping is just inferior in every way. Anyway, all this to say, the answer to the debate on whether or not X or Y was better was neither. It was Z. But I am curious what you guys think. Do we want to hold on to the culture of playing Melee on a GameCube controller? Personally, I rarely call these GameCube controllers. In my house, this is a Melee controller. Or do we allow things like remapping to try and get the best mechanical advantages we can get? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I am going to try and start uploading more YouTube videos like this to my channel. I won't promise and say I'll be super frequent, but I am going to aim for about one video a month. So if you do like what you watched, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you talk about this with your local scene online, tag me if you mention the video, just so I can see what your guys' thoughts are. This is a conversation I'm really curious about. Hopefully it was tame enough without throwing any players under the bus. I do think within the confines of this rule set right now, no one is cheating by using remapping, but it does beg the question, is it something we want going forward? Thanks for watching my first video. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one talking about how to play Marth in doubles.